Welcome to this Rising Sun learning match against Catstealer. We're starting with Alley picked as a key card. Plus one card, plus one action. You can play this from your deck as if in your hand. We've also got Riverboat, which lets us set aside cards. We've got River Shrine, which moves along growth. Growth is when you gain a treasure, gain a cheaper card. There's a lot going on here. So Seer lets you find 2s through 4s, and there's a lot of good 2s and 4s. Chapel, Riverboat, etc. Kintsugi, trash a card from your hand if you gain a gold, gain a card costing too much, move plus one action, so we can do Lost Arts on Rabble, seems like the thing to do. When you gain a treasure, gain a cheaper card, so we don't want to gain a ton of treasures, which means like Messenger is going to be our payload probably, which makes some sense, although Chapel's really good at cleaning up, so we can probably get our way with Chapel. And we're just going to build a pretty quick engine, I think. Kintsugi is trash a card from hand if you've gained a gold. Okay, so I can't trash. I can trash the silver, but it seems silly. I think the thing to do is just to go ahead and gain a chapel and a silver while we can, and try to get thin, and then grab a quick Rabble, and then put Lost Arts on Rabble, and have a couple of messengers. Maybe just one messenger then. If we put Lost Arts on Alley, that becomes a village. Maybe that's a thing to do. Lets us have all of our villages and play them whenever we want to. And then we just have a couple Rabbles, couple messengers, maybe a River Shrine. Ooh, they had a 5/2, which is quite nice. Trash up to 2 cards from your hand at the start of cleanup. If you didn't gain any cards, gain a card costing up to 4. And Kintsugi also lets you trash. So that's potentially I could use River Shrine to do that. They've got a Seer and a Chapel. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get a River Shrine. Hopefully it doesn't collide with my Chapel and gets me off to a pretty good start. Now that's just so slow. I'm going to get in Riverboat. Riverboat lets me gain... Oh, lets me play Count. Play the set-aside card leading into... Alright, I'm going to gain a Riverboat because Count seems like a pretty strong card. And be pretty sad that my stuff collided here. But I will just play the Riverboat. Buy a silver, probably. Do I want to buy another Riverboat? Let's me play 2. Probably just buy a silver and then use the Count to trash my hand, which is a thing that you can do on this kingdom. Trash your hand. So that will get me mostly clear. Obviously, this stuff is quite nice. They're really thinning their deck out as well. But, all right. This is confusing. We'll gain a copper. We will trash hand. We will end turn. Okay, so this turn, we do have an alley we can play. I don't see much reason. We can trash a estate to gain another alley. We can trash an estate to gain a silver, potentially. We can just buy a silver and potentially do it that way. And probably just at this point we would buy another silver. Actually, I really want to trash. Yeah, okay, so we can do that. We can try... Oh, right, we don't get the ability. That's fine. So here I will top deck my chapel, I guess. Here I will top deck my chapel for +3 coins. And then I can draw it, discard the chapel, and I'm going to go ahead and put Lost Arts on Alley. So now I have that everywhere, and now I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple of Rabbles. And start to do stuff like that. Thin out the rest of the coppers, and probably River Shrine never gets bought, so Growth never gets bought. Riverboat Count is actually really interesting in terms of the end game control that we have with Count. Okay, so I play the alley first. I kind of want to get a 5, so I'll just discard this, play the Riverboat, buy myself a Rabble. And I'll always be able to draw it every turn because the alley's on the bottom of the deck, so I think that's a really nice combination. I don't know when I'm going to finish thinning these coppers. I think my goal right now is to add alleys and is to add alleys and messengers and rabbles in some order. Is there a world where I need archive? I don't think so. They're drawing their deck. It tends to happen when you open 2-5 with the Seer. They got a big trash off early. And my Chapel and my Riverboat collided, although I kind of knew that was a thing that could happen. All right, so we will... I guess we will just gain a copper. We're overdrawing here for the coins. I don't have plus buy yet. I think that's fine. Yeah, so we basically thinned all the way down. I guess we just trash 4 coppers and buy Messenger Alley. Buy Messenger giving out Alley. I think I want to get a second Riverboat now so I can play Count every turn. And then probably gain coppers along the way. I can also consider using the Count's ability. It's kind of annoying. You can't see it without going here. Using a Count's ability to gain a duchy seems useful. So they're at 8. I'm going to be at 8 soon enough. They gave out silvers. Interesting. All right, so I can play an alley. Play the other alley. Now play the Rabble. And yeah, I don't need to play my... I don't think I need to play my Riverboat. I played my Riverboat. Okay, so I get that next turn. Okay, so I have 2 villages. And I'm good on terminal space this turn. I can go Messenger Alley and then maybe pick up another Riverboat, so I'm alternating the 2. And the next turn should have a lot more payload. I can give out a Riverboat. I think I'd rather give out a Riverboat than an alley because I have the plus action on alleys already. And again, here I can like gain a copper, gain 3 coins, and then maybe buy Rabble Alley this turn. If I count that correctly, I had 8 coins last turn. I'm going to have 13 this turn. We'll see if they decide to start greening here. They did. Okay. Let's gain a copper and coins. Play the alley. Draw. Play the alley. Just discarding coppers. And then, yeah, we will discard the deck. Okay, so we have 11 here. I somewhat desperately need to get another Rabble. And Kintsugi seems nice with my deck. So I think I can just gain a Rabble and a gold. And that gets me to 14. I can mill the gold, and then Kintsugi lets me do some trash for benefit stuff. And I feel pretty good about my payload, although I'm a province behind. And I can start to gain duchies. I can also top deck stuff sometimes if I need to, but the alley should be enough to get through to a Rabble, pretty sure. Yeah, with the risk of dud, I guess I should play the Count potentially to gain a copper, discard 2 cards. I'm slightly worried about dudding here, so maybe I'll just discard the 2 cards. Chapel, copper, so I don't risk that. And I can either gain 3 coins or gain a duchy, start gaining duchies, which seems okay. Okay, so we're going to discard those for the coins, play the alley. And, okay, we got back around. I guess Messenger is the least important because I do have another one. Oh, boy. That was unlucky. Okay, I kind of have to get provinces now. Don't really see how I'm going to get around that. Unless I go Duchy Rabble and just claim that I can build up a little bit faster. I don't really have that many gains. I mean, the Kintsugi lets me do a little bit of gaining, but I kind of need the payload. So I'm struggling to get to 14. So I guess I'm going to go... Province Ratcatcher seems Seems pretty weak, but I don't really see a way around it. So, and I did bottom deck a Rabble there, which cost me quite a bit of payload, and was pretty unlucky in this size deck to bottom deck. I'm glad I did not do the top deck option for count, but I can start to gain duchies now every turn, which is good. But they're double provincing, so I think I've lost to this one. I guess we just gain duchies and hope they don't kick off. Okay. And yeah, somehow we are short on actions, which is fine. We kind of know that that was going to be the case. I guess we can just Riverboat here. Kintsugi costs 3, which is worth noting. I can play Riverboat. I can play Messenger and get 2 double province, which doesn't help me. So province duchy seems like the line, which costs me, what, 15. So I guess I just do Messenger here and buy province duchy and hope they don't double again. And potentially with some of the reliability stuff, although they have 3 Seers. But they've added a bunch of provinces to the deck, so that potentially can slow down some of their draws. We'll see how much money they have here. Kintsugi, interesting. Oh, double Kintsugi, nice. Okay, that's something you can do with Kintsugi milling provinces. That worked out pretty well for them. I think going second, 5-2, it's quite close. I felt wondering behind the whole game was sort of my answer, and I went second, I guess. So and they had a slightly better opening split. I think my Kingdom play was pretty well there, but yeah, I don't know. We'll play another and see how it goes.